Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. For this video, I'm going to present my final year project for this SEM. And the title for my project is Expiry Date Reminder and Detection Using Optical Character Recognition OCR. So let me introduce my name first. My name is Amirrul Aiman bin Rosli and my supervisor name is Dr. Zurihati binti Muhammad Yunus. So we're going to overview our table content here. So the first one, I'm going to discuss about the introduction, follow up with a literature review, methodology, requirement analysis and design, and the last one, I will discuss the overall conclusion about this project. So I will brief the case about this project, the introduction. So the description here, so we all know that our world right now, that food waste has now spread across the globe. And there is a research show that Malaysia's 15,000 tons of a food are wasted every day, with 3,000 tons of it going to waste. And this is really give a negative impact in many perspectives. And the reason why all of this happens, it might be many people have a stressful schedule in a variety of contexts. And additional, COVID-19 pandemic give a significant influence on every in-house necessity. So this one also might be insufficient methods that have been used by people to encounter the issue. And also the last one is a lack of knowledge about expiration date level on our product. So the problem background here is some people keep their product content expiry date for a long period, and it will cause them to forget about what they have purchased and leave them for a long period. And also expiry labels are inadequate or not enough for them notifying a large number of items they purchase. And also because of exhaustions at workplace, they might be not using all of the item at the particular times. And the last one, the purchase, some people or certain people attract to purchase a huge quantity of food and beverage in the supermarket. So my project objective in this project is to design the appropriate mobile application system that can notify user or people on their expiry date, and to identify the uniqueness and differences of a system compared to the existing system application that available on the Google or on the Play Store right now. So the last one is to study and implement the mobile application that support and integrate with the OCR technologies. So my project scope is a user that people who don't have enough time to check their purchase item because of busy in daily tasks, and also for admin, people who are responsible to perform enhancement of productivity of application. So there is the two end user that I plan to do for this mobile application. So literature review is a chapter 2. So description here is to discuss and apply every possible element from data research, and to make a comparison of existing expiry reminder application that is available on the recent digital market, and also a description technology used to develop the system that has been proposed. And the reason why is to define analysis in terms of precise objective standard, and it's as a guideline in development of a project PSM, and determine the improvement inside the current system. And this is a case study. One of the main topic, one of the main idea is to provide an OCR, optical character recognition. So OCR is the technology that can recognize and transform readable text on image into the machine encoded text. OCR originated as a branch of pattern recognition, artificial intelligence, and machine vision research. The applications will use technique for extracting certain feature to allow editable text form. So it be useful for my proposed mobile application to include this technology to ease people manage their product manageably. And I identify that comparison between the existing system that available on recent digital market. Here we have expiration reminder that the software allows to use only within a 14 days of trial. So there is a minimum feature that can not allow user to use for the long time. So the user need to subscribe the website to continue apply the feature. So the available is only on the website application, and the interface productivity is difficult to understand in certain user for a certain user. So the second existing application here is Expiry with. So the benefits user can get is user can use a camera to capture the product for the description process, and user can insert the product description manually. So the last one of existing system I obtained is best before. Is the include shopping list item, which is this one of the advantages that customer can get. And the proposed application that I plan to build in my application here is that most of the applications I said earlier that there is no OCR mechanism present that can be help the productivity of the system efficiently in a better ways. So the literature review of technology use. I'm going to use all of this operating system and software that can help me assist me to build up my development process. The first one is Android Studio as a platform for code editing to assist in development of application for operating system. And I'm going to use the programming language Java language, which is a programming language used within the Android Studio to uniquely identify system function. I'm going to use a database MySQL to store necessary information between user input and admin storage in the database. And also we're going to use feature Google Vision API to enable OCR technology in order to be used concisely in terms of data detections and recognition of the scanned data. And the last one is XML to describe a targeted data. So the chapter 3 methodology here is we discuss about type of system methodology that can to be chosen for this project, and suggested methodology available to use for development system application. And the reason why is to utilize the flow work system efficiently to manage time management properly. So for my project, I'm going to use agile methodology because it's allowed to do adjustment operations throughout a development project, and it can be testing and familiarity with the software system. And it consists of 5 phases that perform particular activities and sessional requirements. So there is a 5 phases that I described earlier, which is the number 1 is the project initiation phase, follow up with the project planning and diagram, a development phase, number 4 is unleash the production phase, and the last one is retirement phase. And all of these phases is relate to each other, and it assists me to have a great plan, to have a proper plan in order to develop my mobile applications in appropriate time and appropriate schedule. So this is a system requirement analysis. So the software that I'm going to use, yes, or Android Studio, MySQL, Google Version API, and the hardware that helped me that associate to this project is I'm using a laptop, and to run the real example, the real prototype is on smartphones or mobile application that can be downloaded in Google Play Store. So the chapter 4 is requirement analysis and design. So here description here determine the requirements and interfaces of each design for each phase, and to garner all the necessary information about requirement we are going to use throughout the development process. And the reason why is to specify a framework on each system development and to meet system requirement respectively. So this is a use case diagram. So what we have here is conceived of a two actors, which is a user and admin. There is a 9 different use cases with a several of that includes an extent, which is it's related to the use cases, and also each of a use cases define a specific functional itself. So all of the use case will define the functional about the system that we interact the end user and the mobile application. And this is a sequence diagram. So this sequence diagram depict the main communications between function and component inside the system application. So most of the components in the sequence diagram here, it represent to the mobile applications that will have a specific channel, and then all necessary operation undergoing through intended channel. There is a particular channels that each functional need to be going through. And this is the architecture design. Of course, we have admin and user using a smartphone devices. The design are divided into the two distinct, which is end user and server side. There is a two separate levels, and this is also both end user and use smartphone to interact with device remotely. And the database will store upon receiving input via cloud server connections. All of the input that have been sent to the mobile application will be stored in the database storage. And this is a database design, the entity relationship diagram ERD that represent a connection between user and system application itself. So there is a consists of 5 different entities that associate with each other. So these 5 of entity will associate between entities, and there is a sum of attributes to attributes that will product and that will concern to the developers. So this is interface design I'm going to plan to build up through my development process. So what we have here is the registration process and sign up process. The user need to input their personal identifications to enter the system feature inside. So once the user sign up, and they can use all the feature here, which is we have product, calendar, category, and notes. So the main feature for this mobile application is to generate the product item, which is the expiry date, the user also can use their camera to scan the OCR mechanism to convert all of the descriptions on the product into the editable form. So it will ease the user, it will ease the process of descriptions. And then there is user can also use to delete or change the descriptions. And also we have a category list. User can put their put or create a category for a new one, like food, license, supplement, beverage. All of the product can include over inside this application. So it will describe the product items manageably, properly, and appropriately. And for the last one, the conclusion of overall project. This project is for my achievement of PSM1 is I already obtained a specific system requirement, especially the uses of OCR technology. And I already defined and framework. I successfully defined the framework development of mobile application. And for the future work, my plan for development is to initiate the implementation process by following the intended specification that has been discussed previously, and to improve or modify a necessary component inside system application. Thank you.